More than 500,000 babies are born too soon every year in the U.S., with the premature birth rate rising 36% in the last 25 years. Prematurity is the leading cause of newborn death and often causes health complications in babies who do survive. Now, one virus that can be especially dangerous for preemies this winter is known as RSV. Preemie mom Crystal Deal and neonatal nurse Pam MacArthur are here to discuss prematurity in South Carolina and offer tips on how to protect against RSV. How are you ladies this morning?
We're great, thanks.
All right, Pam, I think we'll start with you. How common is prematurity in South Carolina?
South Carolina is an average of about 14.5% of babies being born premature. The national average is 12.2, so it's a little bit higher.
Well, why do you think that premature infants are more vulnerable to health complications? I guess it's because, you know, they're not in the womb for long enough. Is that what it is?
That's very correct. Most immunities are passed by mothers in the last trimester during pregnancy. So babies that are born premature lack those immunities that they would normally receive from their mother. And then along with their immature lung system can cause them to have a lot more serious complications from viruses such as RSV.
Right, and babies are already at risk of having those health complications, so I can imagine that it is heightened. Crystal, your daughter Audrey, she was premature. What did you learn about keeping her healthy during especially those winter months?
Well, Audrey was born 15 weeks early at just 25 weeks gestation. So Audrey missed out on the whole last trimester of immunities, as Pam talked about. So during our 93-day stay in the NICU, you know, the doctors and nurses were very vigilant about educating us about the complications, about things to watch out for when we go home. And the big one was RSV. We had been told if she contracts RSV, she could likely die from the complications of it.
Nurse Pam, can you tell us maybe more about RSV? What are the symptoms? Maybe what parents need to do to protect their little ones from it?
Sure. RSV is basically a cold virus. You and I can get RSV and we'll have a bad cold. But because of their lack of natural immunities to fight RSV, premature babies can also then develop things like bronchitis and pneumonia, which could require hospitalization, and sometimes it could have some long-term effects. What people need to watch for in their infants is mainly if they're having a lot of trouble breathing, rapid breathing, using extra muscles to breathe, what we call nasal flaring, where their nose, it looks like they're trying really hard to get air into their lungs, to their nose. They'll have trouble eating because of having the congestion. And any of these signs or symptoms, and especially if you see any kind of bluish discoloration in your baby's face, is time to call the doctor.
Nurse Pam, where can we get more information on RSV to make sure, especially for our viewers out there, they're keeping their children safe?
Sure, there's an excellent website out there called rsvprotection.com, and it's a wonderful resource.
Well, thank you ladies so very much for being with us this morning. We really do appreciate it. Definitely giving us some valuable tips. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're back with more Low Country Live right after this break. Stay with us.